Bro, Hollywood P reacts. What's good, YouTube? It's your dude Hollywood P, back again for another video. Now, as always, folks, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also turn on your post notifications so that you stay up to date with all of my latest uploads. All right, guys, we are back once again, and today we have another banger. Well, as you guys know, DDG, Deshae Frost, pretty much Wendy Ortiz, TT, Aries, everybody was down in Miami. You know, they were doing these 24-hour yacht streams. DDG did his, I think, on either Friday and Saturday. And on that day, something very special happened on the trip. Apparently, DDG's friend, I should say good friend, Deshae Frost, seemingly found love on that yacht. He is now supposedly dating a girl he calls Tattoo Bae, but I think her real name's like Kayla. Now, this young lady, she is very pretty, but to me, she just has way too many tattoos. You know what I mean? But definitely a pretty woman, gorgeous smile, lips, everything. She's fine, but she kind of overdid it with the tattoo, hence the name Tattoo Bae. So, seemingly, Deshae Frost, you know, they went out to dinner. They had a great time at some expensive steak restaurant where I think the steak cost like $1,000. Deshae was in there just doing his thing. He's living his best life. He hasn't been in a relationship in a while, and it seemed like this is kind of like new to him. I think last night he also met her parents and just did a lot of just wild stuff. You know what I mean? Just been in the bed doing a sleep stream, and it just seemed like it's working for him. So TikTok has fallen in love with this woman. It's been a lot of clips with him and her, but I don't know. We might be at the end of the road. Like I said, he met her parents. The parents are cool. And let me tell you something about a lot of the parents in Miami are mostly from like in Hialeah. It's like mostly like Hispanic and stuff like that. So you got a lot of Cubans and maybe some Nicaraguans and some, I don't know, Dominicans, some Puerto Ricans. You got everything in there, right? And the parents are normally cool. And these parents that Deshae Frost met were super cool. Super cool parents. Kayla definitely had some super cool parents. Well, something happened, I guess, on the day that Deshae maybe was supposed to leave or whatever, and Deshae was kind of, he flashed out. Everybody know Deshae has a little attitude problem here and there, and sometimes, that temper takes over his soul. So I'm gonna show you guys a video of Deshae pretty much spazzing out.
They were all bigger than yours.
They were what? All bigger than me? Don't lie and say something like that, though. The fuck with you? Okay, nigga, I'm not considered that 6'11" and goddamn grabbing rebounds.
Hey,
I'm saying, okay, they bigger than me, all right, for sure. That's what's up. Nah, it's cool. Don't touch me now. All right, they're all bigger than me, for sure. They was all bigger than me? All right, they was all bigger than me, all right, for sure. The fuck with you, though? What the hell? But you gonna say they all bigger than me. You know I'm insecure about my strip. But you know I'm insecure about my strip. All right, bet. Cook your food without no salt and pepper then. Yep.
Oh my God.
Bitch, cook your shit without no salt and pepper. And you ain't got no soap. Bitch, you ain't never gonna be able to wash up dishes. I ain't got none of that.
Man, Deshae is crazy. But like I say, man, Deshae 9 times out of 10 was trolling in this moment. But the reality of it is this how it actually would be. If Deshae was to actually get with this woman and be serious with her, and he was pretty much living with her for the past couple of days, or staying with her, not living with her. But if Deshae was to really take this woman up, I don't think it'll be easy for him. I think he would have a fight on his hands. It would be very serious, because the thing about this young lady, we're gonna call her, like I say, Tattoo Bae, she's very feminine. You know, she gives off a lot of like really like feminine aura. She's not manly or anything like that. So she's kind of like a soft, like, you know what I mean? She's got that soft girl type thing going on. And it's weird because the way she tatted up, you would think she'd be like real like manly and overly aggressive and stuff like that. But she's just tatted that way. I guess she wanted to be different. I don't agree with everything she did, like putting tats all on the face and doing like just, because she doesn't look like the type of woman that should do something like that to her face, because she has a really, really nice face and teeth and everything, you know, just weird. But Deshae fell for her. I don't know, it's just something about her. And the internet saying it too. It's kind of like they're saying like she's mid, but she's fine at the same time. Yeah, what makes her mid is because the tattoos. If she didn't have all the tattoos all on her face and stuff, she'd probably just be straight up fine. You know what I mean? But yeah, so Deshae just kind of going through it. You know, I think Tattoo Bay will work good for him as far as content, because as you see, like everybody's paired up. Like Jay Cinco has Lala, DDG has India, now Deshae has Tattoo Bay. I think it's a good look. They can go on trips together, like the triple date trips, and I think it will do numbers. I think it will definitely do some numbers on Twitch. You know, because everybody somehow loves or seems to love the couples content. Like the Lala, the Jay Cincos, the DDG, and India is going crazy. You know what I mean? And they were trending. The Shay, Frost, and Tattoo Bay was trending on TikTok. I don't even know how you trend on TikTok. But yeah, it's just they are really like, I think once Deshae, when he finds a female, something like a Jordan Lucas like he used to have, and they bounce off each other, and it just seems like, you know, real authentic, because he's an actor, so he makes everything seem very authentic. But I really think and believe that he really does like this young lady, Tattoo Bay. You know, but we'll see how everything turns out. DDG's rooting for him. DDG said that he invited him on the boat, but then he thought about it. He was like, he don't want him to see Deshae talking to nobody but Tattoo Bay. You know what I'm saying? Because Deshae hasn't been in a relationship in, like he says, like what, 3 or 4 years now. So he's just rooting for him just to kind of like find that one, and Tattoo Bay seems to be that one. She's like real down to earth. I think she's like an A&R for like, you know, some type of label or something. Like she's really like locked in. So she's not like a nobody, you know what I'm saying? How you guys would say, like a nobody, like you just found some woman. No, she's actually got she got a little motion going. But anyway, guys, I am going to end the video there. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also turn on your post notifications. And as always, folks, as always, holla back at your boy. Peace.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear.